Hi and welcome back to Picket Fence YouTube channel. My name is Emelie, and in today's video I will be creating my own specialty cardstock by using a technique that I really love, which is taking solid black cardstock. This is the fabulous foiling toner cardstock from Picket Fence, and combining it with any toner foils that you like. For my project today, I will be using the toner foil from Picket Fence called Striped Rainbow, and it's just magical. You can see it here on screen when I'm rolling it out, how it looks. I believe this is a newer foil that just previously were released, and I will use it with an inexpensive laminator that I got in a shop here in Sweden, but you can use any laminator or foiling machines that you have in your stash. I'm just using a piece of printer paper as my guide through the machine, and I have the foiling cardstock up and the foil meeting it. You will see it here in a second when I peel it up, how I had my sandwich. And I'm just letting this cool for a second, and then I can peel it off and we can have our specialty cardstock ready to do some amazing techniques with. So you can see how good that foiled. I will be cutting out the long neck family. It's a new die that were included in a kit last year, but now is available to buy separately. So for my background, I wanted to create some interest by using a stencil. This one is called Quilted Hearts. It's a 6x8 stencil that I really love. It's very versatile. You can use it for nearly any products to have a subtle background. And I'm combining that with the fern green paper glaze from Picket Fence. And I will let that dry. And I had some extra space on our specialty cardstock, so I ran it through with the You Are So Extra word die. It's one of my favorites. It's really good for covering up a lot of space on your card. So I cut it out, I believe it was 4 times, and then I had my beautiful paper at the top, so you can see the white shadow that this creates. I am in love with this. And here is, by the way, our panel when it had all dried. So I wanted to use the same stencil here. I'm using my paper pouncers and some ink, and I'm using the same Quilted Hearts 6x8 stencil, and I'm just pouncing my ink through the stencil. And you can see here how soft this was. And then I will start creating my cards. Now we have all our elements ready. So for my giraffes here, I wanted them to be sort of hugging each other. So I'm just pressing them together. And then I also will, I cut our panel to be slightly smaller than an A2 size card front. Just adhering it down to our card front here, and then we can attach our giraffes. I use some foam squares just to raise them up and give some nice dimension. And for my sentiment, I will be using one from the Swanky Sentiments called Sympathy. This was released last month, and I'm so happy that I got to use it on this card. I just thought it went nicely with our heart background and the giraffes hugging each other. So the sentiment says, our hearts go out to you, and it's just such a sweet sentiment. And I stamped it out with some clear ink, and then I had some white embossing powder on top of it. I cut it out with the coordinating dies, and then I can put it on top of our giraffes in a spot that I think fits our card the best. And when I'm happy with the placement, this card is actually finished. And for our second panel, you could see the heart that we created, and then we will sort of have them peeking through behind our sentiment. So here we go, we have those light hearts in the background, and I will have one of the baby giraffe here sort of be tucked underneath our sentiment, because I just think this was super cute. You are so extra, and then we have a large animal here. I don't know, I think it was just cute. I hope you get an idea behind this. And then I just use some liquid glue and glue this behind. I glue this down to a panel, and then I will cut off the exit on the top there, And we will have some white space here that the giraffe will be standing on. And then you can see the overhang here, so I'm using my scissors and just trimming that little bit of paper away. And there we go, we have our card. And to finish this one off, I will use some embellishments. And the embellishments come from the Sound Waves. And it's just one of my favorites from this release. So here we go, we have our 2 cards finished. I hope you enjoyed this video and got inspired to create some specialty paper using toner, cardstock, and some foil. I will leave you with some pictures of my projects, and until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye!